So basically what I have here in VirtualBox is 3 boxes set up, L-Noble 0 through 2. And so we have here 10.0.2.4. That's running a server. It'll send server-side text to display in the browser, and which we're going to load here with 10.0.2.6. And here in 10.0.2.5, we're running bash with shark1.shell. So shark1.shell, that's going to run tshark to collect this information here. So what we want is the TCP length, sequence, the raw sequence number, and the acknowledgement number. So the acknowledgement number for the next packet is going to be the sequence number plus the TCP length. So that's why we want to collect those things and input them here into Foxcom, where we'll send a reset packet and try to insert it into the stream. But what we're going to see is that because Foxcom doesn't deliver the effect immediately, it will arrive too late and not be inserted into the actual stream due to the low latency of the VirtualBox connection. And so we're going to capture that here in Wireshark. So the server is already running. And if I load 10.0.2.4 in Firefox here, you'll see server-side text to display and the capture of the packets. So we can stop the capture right now. And so what you can see here is this is the reset at the bottom. And actually, from the start of the capture, we have here the get HTTP request, which was sent through Firefox. That occurred at 119 seconds, and the reset didn't arrive until 121 seconds. So you can see that you really want to be able to deliver the effect immediately. There are times where you want to, say, fragment, for example, a SYN scan with nmap, and so you want to take your time with something like that, but there's a discrepancy between that and the delivery of the effect. And so we need to keep in mind, for example, in Foxcom, there are trade-offs. So I wrote Foxcom in Python, but the issue, I think, is partly that there are a lot of arrays and array augmentations or adding to arrays. And so the issue with Python arrays is that they are allocated to the heap. So Python is interpreted, but what the interpreter is doing is it's allocating memory to the heap, which is programmatically defined by the operating system. And so this actually takes a longer amount of time than, for example, a static allocation to a stack space. And so we need to keep these trade-offs in mind, actually, when dealing with something like inserting a TCP packet into a stream. Because what we see here is that at 119 seconds, just after the GET request, the next packet came in. And so that was the acknowledgement. And so just after the acknowledgement, you can see here, that's when the server-side text to display was delivered at 10.0.2.6. And so, for example, what we can see here is, as I've defined here with alpha 1 and alpha 0 and alpha 2, references to the information from tshark. So what we can see, for example, is the acknowledgement number, for example, 2173260648. And so that should match the acknowledgement number here in the reset, because the acknowledgement number for the next packet is always the original sequence number plus the TCP length. And so we've calculated that here with tshark and this call to Python 3 with Foxcom 1.1. So again, you want an instantaneous delivery of effects, but there are trade-offs, actually.